Most people get this wrong when trying to start a company in Somalia. They think it is only about registration forms and getting a license. But here's the truth no one tells you. The real challenge is understanding the practical system behind business formation, especially how documentation, approvals, and timing actually work in real life. The biggest mistake you need to avoid is starting the process without knowing the correct order of steps. Because in Somalia, if you do things out of sequence, you can face delays, repeated submissions, or even rejected applications. In this video, you are going to learn exactly how to start a company in Somalia step by step in 2026. You will understand legal structures, registration procedures, required documents, tax setup, licensing, banking, and the real-world details most guides never explain clearly. And here's the promise. By the end of this guide, you will know how to set up a company in Somalia in a clear and structured way, even if you have never done business registration before. Let's start from the beginning. The first thing you need to understand is that Somalia has been improving its business registration system, especially in major commercial centers like Mogadishu and regional business hubs. While processes are becoming more structured, they still require careful preparation and accuracy. Now here's where it gets interesting. Unlike highly automated systems in some countries, business registration in Somalia still involves multiple administrative checks. That means your preparation matters more than anything else. So let's break it down step by step. The first step is choosing your business structure. In Somalia, the most common business structures are sole proprietorship, partnership, and limited liability company. For serious entrepreneurs, the most recommended option is the limited liability company. This is because it protects your personal assets and allows you to grow your business more professionally. Let's make this real. Imagine Alex, an entrepreneur from Kenya, wants to start a trading business in Mogadishu. He does not want personal financial risk, so he chooses a limited liability company structure. This allows him to operate safely while expanding later. But here's the problem. Many beginners choose the simplest structure without thinking about long-term growth. Later, when they want to scale or bring investors, they face limitations. So always choose based on your future goals, not just your starting point. Once you choose your structure, the next step is name reservation. You must select a unique company name and submit it for approval to the relevant business registration authority. The name is checked to ensure it is not already in use or too similar to an existing company. Now here's where most people fail. They choose names that are too generic or too common. This causes rejection or delays. Instead, choose a name that is specific and clearly related to your business activity. For example, instead of using something like Somalia Trading Company, Alex chooses Hornbridge Logistics. It is unique, professional, and easier to approve. Once your name is approved, you move to document preparation. This is one of the most important steps. You will need identification documents such as passports or national IDs, proof of address, and details of shareholders if applicable. If you are forming a limited liability company, you will also need company statutes. These are legal documents that define how your company operates, including ownership structure, management roles, and profit distribution. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many delays happen because people submit incomplete or unclear documents. Even small errors in spelling or structure can cause rejections. So accuracy is extremely important at this stage. Next comes drafting the company statutes. This document defines how your company functions internally. It includes rules about decision-making, capital contributions, and responsibilities of owners. Let's take another example. John wants to start a small import business. He partners with two friends. If they do not clearly define ownership percentages and responsibilities in the statutes, they may face conflicts later. So clear agreements are essential. Now, here's a key insight. In Somalia, clear documentation is not just formal. It directly affects approval speed. The clearer your documents, the faster your approval process. After preparing your documents, you move to official registration. This is where your company is officially recognized. You submit your application along with your documents to the Business Registration Authority. Once approved, you receive your business registration certificate. But here's the problem. Many people think this is the final step. It is not. Next comes licensing. Depending on your business activity, you may need additional licenses. For example, import-export businesses often require trade permits. Retail businesses may require commercial operating licenses. Construction companies may need sector approvals. Now here's where it gets interesting. If you operate without proper licensing, even if your company is registered, you may face legal issues later. So licensing is not optional. Once licensing is complete, you move to tax registration. You must register your company with the tax authority to obtain a tax identification number. This number is essential for issuing invoices, paying taxes, and conducting formal business operations. Now here's where many beginners make a mistake. They delay tax registration because they think it is not urgent. But in reality, without tax registration, your business cannot fully operate legally. So always complete this step immediately after registration. Next comes Social Security registration. If you plan to hire employees, you must register with the relevant labor or Social Security authority. This ensures compliance with employment laws and worker benefits. Even if you start small with 1 or 2 employees, this step is still required. Now, let's move to banking. To operate professionally, you need a business bank account. This allows you to separate personal and business finances and handle transactions properly. To open an account, you will need your registration certificate, tax identification number, identification documents, and sometimes proof of business activity. Now here's where it gets interesting. Banking procedures can vary depending on the institution. Some banks process applications quickly, while others may take longer. So, choosing the right bank matters. Finally, you must consider industry-specific licenses. Some businesses require additional approvals. For example, telecommunications, finance, import-export, and construction sectors may have extra regulatory requirements. So before you fully launch, always confirm if your business type requires special permits. Now, let's simplify everything into a clear system. First, choose your business structure. Then reserve your company name. Then prepare your documents and statutes. Then submit for registration. After that, complete licensing. Then, register for tax. Then register for Social Security if needed. Then, open a business bank account. And finally, obtain any additional industry approvals. Now, here is a very important insight. Most delays happen in 3 areas: document preparation, licensing misunderstandings, and tax registration delays. If you get these 3 right, your entire process becomes much smoother. Let's talk about timing. In real-world situations, company formation in Somalia can take varying amounts of time depending on document readiness and administrative processing. The biggest factor is always preparation. If your documents are complete and accurate, everything moves faster. Costs also vary depending on business type and legal assistance. But the most important cost is not fees. It is delay. Every delay can affect your business opportunity. Let's look at a simple example. Alex prepares everything carefully. He chooses the right structure, prepares documents correctly, reserves his name properly, and follows each step in order. His company is registered smoothly, and he begins operations quickly. Now compare that with someone who rushes the process. They submit incomplete documents, face rejection, redo steps, and lose valuable time. The difference is not effort. It is system and preparation. So the key lesson is simple. Success in company formation is not about speed. It is about following the correct sequence with complete accuracy. Before we finish, let's summarize the most important takeaways. Starting a company in Somalia requires careful planning. You must choose the right structure, prepare accurate documents, follow the correct registration process, complete tax and licensing requirements, and set up proper banking. If you follow this system step by step, you avoid most common mistakes and delays. And here is the final truth. Most people struggle not because the process is impossible, but because they underestimate structure and documentation. Now you are ahead of that mistake. If you found this guide helpful, like the video, leave a comment with your business idea or country, and subscribe for more step-by-step business setup guides. It helps you stay informed and build your business with confidence and clarity.